Good morning. We are at the Cameron Valley tea plantation here. The other important one, BOH in Cameron Valley, here in the Cameron Highlands, on our way to Kuala Lumpur today. We finished all the scripture reading for John in the Cameron Valley, and what I'm going to do this morning is the introduction to John chapter 5. We've done the other 4 chapters as well here. So John chapter 5, what is this chapter about? It starts with the story of Jesus healing the man at the pool of Bethesda. A pool which people said didn't exist, and after archaeological diggings there in Jerusalem, they actually did find this pool not too long ago. Okay? So there was this man who he couldn't walk, okay, so the pool where the angel would come, stir the water, and then the one who goes down and first is kind of healed, right? And but because he could not walk and he had no one to help him, and he's been there a number of years, so he was still around there. And Jesus came and asked him and said, "Yeah, do you want to be healed?" Kind of a strange question. I mean, he's here, right? But again, when we get to it might not, in a sense, be such a strange question. Anyhow, and then Jesus healed this man, told him to walk in, to take up his bed and walk. Now, the interesting thing is, it's mentioned first that he healed them, and then he did this. Okay, so there's actually quite a important thing that happened here, which will as well give us some proof to maybe a later on question concerning why Jesus did this, and was this man ever healed or not. This whole sign, right now the third sign, it led to a discussion, or at least it led to the people trying to kill Jesus, because it happened on the Sabbath, and you're not supposed to work on the Sabbath, which then led to questions concerning why Jesus did this. Okay, and he had this then a long teaching discussion. So the sign led into a very long teaching discussion concerning judgment, for example. In chapter 3, Jesus said he didn't come to judge. In this chapter, he's speaking about he is the one to judge. So during the teaching, we will look at that, if it's contradictory or not contradictory. Right? And so he's speaking about doing as well, why he is doing. And the fact that ultimately he is doing not because he is doing, but because of his Father who is doing, and his Father is always doing. He did mention again about John the Baptist, who came and was like a burning and a shining lamp. Okay, and then ultimately ends off with speaking about why these signs, right? The works, why these works? What are the importance of the works of him, of the works that's witnessing to concerning him, that he is sent from the Father. Plus, as well, the other thing they have Moses, right? And Moses spoke about them. So understandably, the Pentateuch, and we've seen a lot, like the John chapter 1 concerning Moses. I mean, the Genesis, for example, all these connections between Genesis and John. Right, so that is as well an important point too, and clearly Jesus said, "Yeah, Moses spoke about you believe in Moses, so Moses spoke. So there's these signs they do, the works that I do, and the witness about me, and Moses witnessed about me. So you have enough reason to believe in me." But ultimately, as we know, they're not going to, or a lot of them, they will still be crucified.